how I made my first project for my art portfolio. A few months ago, I decided to do a renovation on my portfolio. My art were all unorganized and it didn't make much sense, so I wanted to start something from scratch. I love drawing characters, and because of that, I started studying about character design. Then I would spend the next 2 to 3 months working on this project whenever I had time. Now that I finally finished it, I'm gonna show you how it went. First, I wrote down all the ideas I had for the characters I was gonna create, and all the things the character design portfolio needs. My project is called Charlotte Wanna Be a Knight, and in order to get it done, I had to make these things. I could add a few more things to the list, but I wanted to have something to put in my portfolio as soon as possible, so let's stick to that. The lineup was the first thing I did on this project. It consists of drawing all the characters side by side so that you have a clear idea of their personalities and differences. I had to draw it twice because the style of the drawings when I started was a little different from when I finished. This was the first version of the lineup, and this is the new and definitive one. And these are the main characters of the story, which I'm gonna introduce to you in a few moments. Next, we have the turnaround. For this page, I have to draw a character from many angles, literally doing a turnaround. So I drew Charlotte, the main character, and it was actually really fun. I think the best part is that I'm actually able to make a silly animation using the drawings. Some people might say this page is not necessary for a character design portfolio, but since I'd never done it, I wanted to try. So these were the first steps I took to start this project. The next step is character sheets. The character sheets are where I spent most of my time in this project. I made 5 expressions and 3 poses for each character. Let me talk about them. This is Alyssa, the witch. It's my favorite page of the project. I just really like this character and the mood of the page. She's more of an introverted character who loves magic and plants. Despite being a little moody, she's very determined and dedicated to her craft. Anyways, if you saw the other videos I made about this project, I'd like to confirm that I changed a little bit some things, as you can see, and you're not going crazy. Here we have Charlotte again, along with her cat Nilo, who's made of light. He helps Charlotte in her battles, and they can combine moves when she uses her light sword, leaving a trail where Nilo can walk. They are very silly and curious about the world and love to go on adventures. Even though Charlotte is an adventurer, she doesn't know how to properly use her sword yet, so she ends up being careless and putting herself at risk sometimes. Sam is a non-binary blacksmith who has a very charming personality, worked in a pirate ship, and is probably the most mature of them. Not only do they make swords, but they also help the village making tools like pots, watering cans, shovels, and more. Sam is very at peace with the world and themselves, and it's very hard to disturb them. Lastly, there's Gigi, a loving cook who runs the family bakery and keeps everyone fed. She's very passionate about what she does, especially when it comes to making bread and sweets. She cooks to make people happy, and it's a way for her to express how much she cares for people. She's a very happy character. That being said, she's always fighting with Alyssa, but they are secretly great friends. Making these pages demanded some time, and it was very fun to think about each character's traits, poses, and their way to express themselves. Now that you know more about the characters, I would like to talk about why am I doing this. I love to tell stories. Each one of us lives life in a different way that could only be lived by us. We're all so different and so similar at the same time. And to create is to connect with people. To tell the stories of my characters is to tell my own. Even though this is just the beginning of a project, it feels great to create a thing that can turn into something more. But to put it short, I'm doing for the portfolio. To finish this project, there's only one thing left, which is the cover illustration. For this artwork, I wanted to keep the characters simple and focus on the colors to create a very unique palette. After a while trying to figure it out, I finally came up with this result. have all the pieces for the project. I just need to put them all together now. Stay with me for the final review. And this was how I made my first art project. Thanks for watching. So just be mine.